We have just signed the register at Edema. Now we're at the car park and we're getting ready for our contour path hike from Cathedral Peak to Champagne Castle. Beautiful day. Hey, we just left the car park and straight up a hill. I must say I'm puffing a little bit. Ah, doggy. But look at this day. What a time to start a hike. Cathedral Peak Hotel. Lovely. We've been strolling along this little path nice and easy, and there's a sign that says Doreen Falls, which just happens to be where we're going. So that's where we'll go. Cheers. Sauntering along the path here nicely, and we're heading up the valley, and we're going to camp above the brown grass below the big cliffs tonight, looking for a good campsite. Walking along this path, very nice and easy, and we're actually going to go up there a bit later and have lunch up there, but for now we're just going to walk along and check out Doreen Falls, maybe have a little dip in the river and cool down, because even though it's June and winter time kind of, it's so warm, people are sweating. Enjoying ourselves in the sun, sweating. We are now at Doreen Falls, and some people are going for a dip. So nice. Walking up the valley, leaving Cathedral Peak Hotel behind, and it does get a bit steep, so here we have a little bit of a ladder, and then it is on there, and just up here, it doesn't look far, lunchtime. This is now lunchtime. Cleft Peak is way high up there, and there's the young lad doing his Instagram photo. Woo woo! Just had lunch, and now we're walking along the path to our campsite above on the contour path up there. But we're looking at Ribbon Falls. There's hardly any water coming over the cave, so it's not point in going and having a look. And up above, towering up there, is the famous Cleft Peak. Yeah, we just walked up this hill. We're about almost 700 meters higher than when we started at the cars this morning. But now look at the views. There's Cleft Peak up there. There's the whole Cathedral Peak range over there. And on that side, over the hill a bit, still is Champagne Castle. After some hill climbing, we come around the corner, a bit of flat, and there's our campsite below Cleft Peak. There my guys putting up the tents, all good. Here we are in the mountains. The Mug and Bowl restaurant is open for business. People all having their tea. And
the best coffee shop in South Africa.
Yes, and biscuits. Oh, this is such a lovely evening. Dead quiet, still. The sun setting, catching the cliffs on the edge. Everyone's relaxing. They're going to come over to the kitchen just now, the Mug and Bowl restaurant. I'm busy cooking rice and all sorts of nice things, so supper time just now. A little bit dark over there, but the kettle is on. Everybody's finished their supper, and now they're all talking, solving the problems of the world, and we're busy getting ready for some tea and cookies. Nice early morning. Everyone's gathering. The kettle's on. We're going to be having coffee just now, and we're enjoying this beautiful sunrise on the mountains. Breakfast time in the Drakensberg. Yes. Just left our campsite, walked up a little bit, and we're looking at the views. There's Cathedral Peak behind us, and there's the pyramid over there, Cleft Peak, Organ Pipes Pass, and there's the contour path going along there, and that's where we're going to be walking for the next 2 days. Tomorrow we'll be in that mountain with a hole in it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, you can just see that mountain, Gatberg, it's got the hole. So tomorrow we'll be there. I really enjoy walking along this contour path because obviously it's a bit easier than walking in the wilds. But then you can look up here and there's views, and you can look down there and there's views, and everything is nice. Here come my strong Zulus, working hard, make it easy for us to hike because they're carrying everything. Lovely guys. You gotta love walking around here. There's wildlife, well, not a lot, but more mountain scenery. But there's some eland running over there. Look at that. Ooh, look how athletic they are. Good Lord. So we've been walking along the contour path from Cathedral to Champagne in the sun, having a lovely time, and now we're in the shade and we're by a river. Perfect spot for lunch and a dip in the river with a view up above us. Yeah, we've been walking along quite a bit along this contour path, and now there's this jeep track over here, but look at those views behind us. and there's everyone coming. But you see this jeep track here, and when I go up over the hill there, I'll show you more, but that's where the forestry used to be. So they had all their tractors coming here, and there were the old ruins of buildings and everything. Yeah, we've been walking steadily along the contour path, and we're leaving the Cathedral Peak range behind, but we can still see all these mountains up above us, Cleft Peak over there. And if you look up here, there's a burnt patch going up there, and then let me see if I can zoom in. There's actually a fire lookout. You see the little building? That's a fire lookout. So in the olden days they used to sit in there and look at all the fires, if there were going to be fires in the forest that were all around here. So this all used to be pine trees. Can you believe it? Here's another lovely evening in the Drakensberg, having our cup of tea, enjoying the beautiful quiet. We can't see the big cliffs behind us today though, unfortunately, but tomorrow we will. The sun is rising and it's hot coffee time. Look at that. Golvin, happy days.
Happy days.
That was our campsite on the nice grass. Everybody is heading up there, and then we're going to walk along that contour path around there towards Champagne Castle. Oh boy, these mountains are looking beautiful this morning. So nice. Now walking along the contour path there, and we came around the corner and suddenly there's this view. Look at that. So as we're walking along the Natal Park Sport or Isambella Wildlife, they're busy burning fire breaks, and you can even feel the heat from here. But it's not every day you see them in action doing that hard work. Yeah, so this contour path doesn't stay on the contour. It goes all the way down into the valley here, the Didima, which is actually one of the richest rock art areas in the whole of the Drakensberg. You can see why the Bushmen must have loved it here. Yeah, having a little break by the river, and there's fires in the winter time, and boy is it getting hazy quickly, but still good. So that is Cathedral Peak far over there. We've been following the contour path. We went all the way down a big valley and then up the other side, so it's not all flat, but that's okay. Look at these views. We're going to go carrying along there, whoop, and Gatberg is on the other side of that. Lovely afternoon strolling around the contour path, beautiful and still, lovely and warm, and there's Gatberg over there in the distance. Yeah, after a bit of quite a long day actually, 15 k's, we are now, there's our campsite below those beautiful cliffs up there. Isn't that nice? This is a real wilderness campsite, and there's the mountains catching the orange. Oh, I love that color. Sun rising, and we've even got these little dwarf proteas and a cycad right here. It's so nice. A little bit breezy today as we walk along the contour path. That's the vultures retreat we're leaving behind. There's that big square one's Cathkin, and there's Gatberg, the mountain with a hole in it. Way over there is Cathedral Peak, where we started this hike. And there's all these mountains, the contour path, and up there is Champagne Castle. Coming around the corner on the contour path, and suddenly we're greeted with this view. So that is the Gatberg just sticking out there, and Monk's Cowl, Cathkin Peak, Sterkhorn, Turret Amplet, and there we go. Yeah, there are some crazy people that like to swim in the river. It's too cold for me, but it's a swim with a view. So we've come around this next hill. Now from here onwards it's all flat and downhill. This little thing here, this neck here, is called Slati Kulu neck. I don't know why, because that means big forest in Zulu, but there's no forest here. Yeah, and it's a warm winter's day and we need to fill up with water in the fresh stream. But what's amazing is the river, like just a little while ago, used to come straight across from there to here, and now it's all washed away down here. I can't believe it. What a difference. Yeah, we've been sauntering along that contour path for a couple of days, and now we're here at Blind Man's Corner, which is the corner, and that's Cathkin Peak up there. If we carried along that way, we'd end up going around to Ship's Prow Pass and Jesuti, but we're not doing that. We are going down this path all the way to finish at Monk's Cowl, where the cars are waiting for us. We're heading downhill fast now, and those funny little buildings over there, that's called Kaya Mafu, which means house in the mist. And this thing sticking out here with a path in it is the Sphinx, and we go down that valley down there to finish. Oh, I so love these indigenous forests. So after a couple of days in the sun, it is so nice to walk in these. Look at this. Oh, it's so cool. But also, I don't know, I get some energy from them. All these trees, and it's just so nice. So that was a hard 4 days contour path hike, Cathedral Peak to Champagne Castle. And just around the corner there are the cars. But boy, what a hike. It was our 4-day hike. Quite an epic one. Nothing like a ice cold Coke afterwards. So thanks for watching, guys.